Hello, everybody. This week I reviewed the Code of Fair Testing Practices in Education. This code is supposed to serve as a guide for test producers as well as test users in the educational realm. It is not necessarily designed for teachers who are producing tests in their classroom. However, it is encouraged that teachers use it as well while they're producing their test. The Joint Committee on Testing Practices did a good job overall, really addressing the realms of assessment from, um, you know, selection of assessments to addressing scoring, administration, and as well as the rights of test takers. However, the first thing that I really did notice was that this code was produced and published in 2004. My concern with this is we have had vast technological advancements, and there's no way that a code produced in 2004 could ever foresee how big of a piece technology would be in assessment for us now. Um, Something that I did notice throughout the whole code was that lacking piece of talking about privacy and confidentiality, the risk that using technology poses on assessments and privacy matters. So that was definitely the first thing that really came to my mind, especially since this code is produced off of other associations codes, and some of those were published as early as 1999. So this is not to say that it is irrelevant anymore, but there is definitely that missing piece of technological privacy and distribution of assessment through technology. Also, I found that the code was inconsistent with some of the suggestions that they were making to test users and test producers. For example, it suggests that test users closely assess the assessments or review the content of the assessments to make sure that they are clear and concise in their subject matter. However, it doesn't address the test distributors in making sure that their content is clear, concise, not subjective, and not ambiguous. So there's kind of that inconsistency. Also, they do suggest that the developers um, provide psychometric properties to the test users. However, they don't establish a minimum standard of these psychometric properties to kind of guide the user as to what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Um, yeah, other than that, I thought they did a pretty good job at covering all other things. Again, the biggest concern for me being the privacy needs. I feel like after the second subsect, um, privacy or the matter of privacy kind of just dropped off. There was no mention of privacy or confidentiality in interpreting test results, um, and that does need to be addressed because now in 2021, with a lot of assessments being through technology, that also means that the interpretation of results is coming through technology, and test users and test takers have the rights to know how their scores are being dealt with, how their interpretations are being dealt with after the assessment. I'm looking forward to listening to your guys' reviews as well. Thank you.